The underground chamber had fallen silent. Lily stood before the mysterious doorway, staring into the darkness beyond it. Daniel remained beside her. The keeper of memories had not moved. "Lily," he finally said. She turned around. "Tell me the truth." The keeper looked at her for a long moment. "Your grandmother knew you would eventually come here." "Why?" "Because you were born with something the other guardians never possessed." Daniel stepped closer. "What is it?" The keeper looked at Lily's bracelet. "The ability to carry memories without losing yourself." Lily frowned. "I don't understand." "Every guardian before you could remember the lives of those who came before them, but eventually, those memories became too powerful." "What happened to them?" "They forgot where their own lives ended and the memories began." Lily looked frightened. "Then why am I different?" The keeper pointed toward the ancient doorway. "Because you were never chosen by the first light." Daniel looked confused. "Then who chose her?" The keeper remained silent. Lily stepped forward. "Answer me." The old man finally spoke. "Your ancestors did." Lily stared at him. "My family?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because they discovered that the first light could not be controlled." The keeper's voice became quieter. "So they created another way to protect it." Daniel looked at Lily. "Through her." The keeper nodded. "Lily was born carrying the final memory of the guardians." Lily touched her chest. "That's why I remember things I've never experienced." "Yes." Daniel looked at the ancient doorway. "And the transformation?" The keeper shook his head. "It isn't a transformation." Lily stared at him. "Then what happens to me at night?" The keeper looked directly into her eyes. "At night, your memories become stronger." Lily remained silent. "Your body doesn't become something else," the keeper continued. "Your connection to the guardians becomes stronger." Daniel slowly understood. "That's why she changes when the sun goes down." The keeper nodded. Lily looked toward the doorway. "Then what is inside?" The keeper took a deep breath. "The place where the first guardian left her final memory." Daniel asked, "What does that memory contain?" The keeper looked at Lily. "Everything your family refused to tell you." Lily stepped toward the doorway. Daniel reached for her hand. This time, Lily didn't pull away. Together, they entered. The chamber beyond was smaller than the others. At its center stood a single ancient stone seat. Behind it was a painting of the first guardian. Lily walked toward it. Her bracelet began glowing. The painting slowly changed. The first guardian was no longer alone. Standing beside her was a young man. Daniel stared at the image. "My ancestor." Lily nodded. Then another figure appeared in the painting. "A child." Lily's expression changed. "Who is that?" The keeper looked at the image. For several seconds, he said nothing. Then he whispered, "That is the beginning of everything." Lily moved closer. The child in the painting was holding the same bracelet she wore. Daniel looked at Lily. "Why would a child have it?" The keeper lowered his head. "Because that child was the first one to carry the memory." Lily stared at the painting. Suddenly, the bracelet became brighter than ever before. The entire room filled with golden light, and a voice whispered from the painting, "Lily, you have finally remembered." Lily froze. Daniel looked at her. The keeper stepped backward, because he knew exactly whose voice it was. And it wasn't the voice of an ancestor. The golden light filled the secret chamber. Lily stood before the ancient painting, unable to move. Daniel remained beside her. The keeper of memories stared at the mysterious child in the painting. "Lily," he whispered. She turned toward him. "Who is that child?" The keeper didn't answer immediately. Daniel stepped forward. "You know." The old man looked at the painting. "That child was the first memory bearer." Lily looked confused. "Memory bearer?" "Yes. Before there were guardians, there was only one person who could carry the memories of an entire bloodline." Lily looked at the child again. "And what happened to her?" The keeper's face became serious. "She disappeared." Daniel frowned. "How?" "No one knows." Lily touched the painting. The moment her fingers touched it, the golden light changed. The child in the painting slowly turned toward Lily. Lily stepped backward. "Daniel, I'm here." The child suddenly spoke. "Don't be afraid." Daniel looked around. "Did you hear that?" Lily nodded. The child continued. You have carried my memory for a long time. Lily's eyes widened. But I've never met you. You were never supposed to meet me. The image began changing. Lily saw a young woman standing beneath the sacred tree. She was holding a newborn baby. Daniel watched silently. The young woman was Lily's ancestor, but the baby wasn't Lily. It was the mysterious child from the painting. Lily looked at the keeper. She was my ancestor? The keeper nodded. Yes. Then why was she hidden? The keeper looked toward the painting. Because she discovered the truth about the first light. Daniel asked, "What truth?" The keeper hesitated. The first light was never a source of power. Lily looked at him. Then what was it? The keeper whispered, "It was a memory." Silence filled the chamber. Daniel stared at the glowing painting. A memory of what? The keeper didn't answer. Instead, the child in the painting spoke again. A memory of the beginning. Lily stepped closer. What beginning? The child looked directly at her. The beginning of your family. The bracelet on Lily's wrist suddenly became brighter. A golden line appeared across the floor. It led directly to the ancient stone seat. Lily followed it. Daniel followed her. When Lily reached a seat, a hidden compartment opened beneath it. Inside was a small wooden box. Lily looked at Daniel. Another secret. Daniel nodded. She opened the box. Inside was an old piece of cloth wrapped around a tiny golden object. Lily carefully unfolded the cloth. Her eyes widened. It was a small golden pendant. The same symbol was engraved on it as the one glowing on her bracelet. Daniel looked at the keeper. What does it mean? The keeper stared at the pendant. His face changed. I have never seen that symbol outside the ancient records. Lily held it up. Suddenly, every light in the chamber went out. Complete darkness. Daniel immediately reached for Lily's hand. Lily? I'm here. Then a faint voice came from behind them. Not from the painting. Not from the keeper. Someone else was inside the chamber. The keeper slowly raised his staff. Stay behind me. Daniel held Lily's hand tightly. A single golden light appeared in the darkness, and someone stepped into it. Lily stared ahead. Her eyes widened, because the person standing before them was someone she had seen only in her memories. The mysterious figure stood beneath the single golden light. Daniel held Lily's hand. The keeper of memories remained between them and the stranger, his staff raised. Lily stared at the figure. I know you. The woman slowly stepped forward. Her face became clearer. Lily's eyes widened. Grandmother? Daniel looked at Lily in disbelief. The woman smiled sadly. Not exactly. Lily stepped closer. But you look like her. I carry her memory. Lily's bracelet began glowing. The woman looked at it. So the bracelet finally found you. Lily touched it. What is happening to me? The woman looked toward Daniel. Your husband brought the final piece of the memory back. Daniel frowned. Me? The woman nodded. Your family and Lily's family made a promise long ago. What promise? That one day, someone from your bloodline would return with the person chosen to stand beside the guardian. Daniel looked at Lily. That's why my father knew about her. Yes. Lily looked at the woman. Why did everyone keep this secret from me? Because they were afraid. Afraid of what? The woman looked toward the ancient chamber. Afraid that the memory would awaken before you were ready. The keeper lowered his staff. You shouldn't be here. The woman looked at him. You have protected this secret for many years. Long enough. Then let her hear the truth. The keeper remained silent. The woman turned back to Lily. You were never cursed. Lily's expression changed. You mean, nothing is wrong with you? Daniel gently squeezed Lily's hand. The woman continued. Every night, when the connection becomes stronger, you remember another part of your family's history. Lily looked down at her bracelet. Why can I remember things from people who lived before me? Because the memory chose you. Daniel asked. Why Lily? The woman looked at him. Because she was born at the exact moment the old guardianship was supposed to end. Lily stared at her. And what happens now? The woman smiled faintly. That depends on what you do with the truth. She reached into her robe and removed a small golden pendant. Lily's eyes widened. It was identical to the one she had just found. Where did you get that? The woman placed it in Lily's hand. Your grandmother gave it to me. Lily looked at the pendant. Why? She knew you would eventually need both. Lily held the two pendants together. The symbols suddenly connected. A bright golden light filled the chamber. Daniel stepped closer. The keeper covered his eyes from the brightness. Then everything went silent. When the light faded, a new image appeared on the ancient wall. It showed the sacred tree, but beneath the tree was something neither Daniel nor Lily had ever seen. A hidden village. Lily stared at the image. There's another village? The woman nodded. The village where the first guardians came from. Daniel looked at Lily. Then that's where the story began. The woman shook her head. No. She looked toward the darkness behind them. That's where it ended. Lily's face became serious. Then why are we seeing it now? The woman slowly turned toward the glowing wall. Because someone has opened the door that was supposed to remain closed. The golden light began fading again. And somewhere far beneath the village, a bell rang once. The bell rang once. Daniel, Lily, the keeper of memories, and the mysterious woman stood silently inside the ancient chamber. Lily stared at the glowing image of the hidden village. That village? It looks real. The woman nodded. It is. Daniel looked at her. Then where is it? Beneath the oldest part of this land. The keeper suddenly became uneasy. We should leave. Lily turned toward him. Why? Because the bell only rings when someone enters the forbidden village. Daniel looked at the mysterious woman. Who entered? She didn't answer. Instead, she looked at Lily. You. Lily shook her head. I've never been there. The woman smiled. Not with your body. She touched Lily's bracelet. But your memory has. Suddenly, the golden image on the wall changed. The hidden village became clearer. Lily saw herself standing beneath the sacred tree. But she was older. Daniel stared at the vision. That's Lily. The keeper stepped closer. No. He looked frightened. That's not a memory. Lily turned toward him. Then what is it? The keeper stared at the image. It's a warning. The golden image suddenly disappeared. A deep silence followed. Then a doorway appeared beneath the ancient tree inside the vision. Lily's bracelet began glowing. The mysterious woman spoke softly. The door is waiting for you. Daniel stepped forward. Then we'll find it. The keeper shook his head. Daniel, you don't understand. I understand enough. You cannot enter that village. Why? The keeper looked at Lily. Because once you enter, he stopped. Lily waited. Once you enter, he continued, the memories will know you're there. Daniel frowned. What does that mean? The keeper looked toward the darkness. It means they may not let you leave. Lily took Daniel's hand. I'm not going without him. The mysterious woman smiled faintly. That is exactly what the ancestors hoped you would say. Daniel looked at her. What did they know? Before she could answer, the ancient floor began glowing. A circular symbol appeared beneath Daniel and Lily. The keeper stepped backward. The path has opened. A golden doorway slowly appeared in front of them. Beyond it was not darkness. It was the hidden village. Lily looked at Daniel. Are you ready? Daniel nodded. As long as we're together. They stepped toward the doorway. But just before they crossed through it, Lily heard a whisper. Don't trust the keeper. She stopped. Daniel noticed. What is it? Lily looked back. The keeper was standing completely still, and for the first time, he refused to meet her eyes.